86 Zone, deze video speel ik deel 28 van Marvel Midnight Suns. Ik moet naar buiten ofzo. Dit is de verkeerde kant buiten.
Back again. Don't stress it too much. There's no wrong answers here.
Ja, waar moet ik dan nu kijken dan?
Peace.
Ja, mis je dan voor mij dan nog? Ik heb de Marvel en die van... Oké, die andere soort. Deze is normaal.
Hydra forces in this area are causing trouble. Let's take them down.
Roger that.
You don't have enough time. Take down anyone standing in your way of that truck.
That's a Roger.
That's one hell of a move. Never seen that before.
Interesting. Is that all? Ready up.
Maar ik kan alleen heel doen. Dat was het heel. Ah, kom er niemand heel, dan heb ik wel over.
We will not fail. No time to run.
Where do you think you're going?
This is gonna get messy.
Target the truck and take it out. It shouldn't be that hard for a bunch of superheroes.
I'm not sure if it's ethical for people like us to beat up chumps like you.
The advantage is mine.
Ah, wel gewoon dat idee.
Here it comes.
Nice move.
Don't blink. We will not fail.
Maar dit is wel damage.
As ordered. Slow me down. Additional Hydra forces en route. Get ready.
I am not doing so well.
I'm going to hang around much longer. Disable that truck before they start moving.
In the light. It is all coming back to me.
Jammer.
One more time. Watch and learn.
Daar staat een in de beurt, jammer.
We serve until the end. For victory.
No one gets away. Make you suffer for that. I can feel her corruption spreading.
That truck is tougher than it looks. Finish it off while you still have a chance.
Not a problem. Let's do it.
We hadden het eerste 2 keer die aangaf.
You had this coming.
Nee, ja, dacht ik al wel.
Watch this.
Hail that. Recon looks good. Can't run from this.
Ready to roll out. It's now or never. Hit that truck.
That was something. Here we go. Seems like it'd be cheaper just to replace you guys with robots. I bet Tony would cut Foster's a deal. At least Hydra Green.
Waren damage.
They got away. Actually, a little surprised.
Ja, een beetje raar dus eigenlijk. Je moet dus eens daar bij die truck hebben of zo.
That's one hell of a move.
So that's how that works.
Hail that.
about enough of this.
No time for hide and seek. Hey, that hurt.
Awaiting reinforcements.
Your sacrifice will be remembered.
Target the truck and take it out. It shouldn't be that hard for a bunch of superheroes.
The advantage is mine. I saw a move like that once, centuries ago.
Save this one.
Smooth sailing so far.
Daar meteen de leekkaart in zetten.
Nearby. Lilith will not be pleased with your efforts.
You'll regret that.
Montana on the move.
Bring your whole army for all I care.
I'm not going to hang around much longer. Disable that truck before they start moving.
I am impressed.
Hij is allemaal zo weinig ook. Zo wil de camera weer anders.
Playtime's over.
Now that was something.
Here it comes.
Staat er last iemand? Ik kan het ook doen.
Time to bleed.
Er staat niks in de buurt voor mij, nee, jammer.
Hydra Immortalis. All lined up. Hardly a scratch.
I have felt this once before.
That truck is tougher than it looks. Finish it off while you still have a chance.
It's all coming back to me.
About time.
We've stopped the truck. Clean up the rest of these Hydra thugs.
We cannot possibly match your strength.
I don't think the mother will like this. No one gets away.
I usually prefer quiet entry.
Weak, even for Hydra.
Come in.
Nice move. Watch for the sneaky one.
Ja, kan ik altijd niet.
Or make things interesting.
Time's up. Out of sight.
Akelig heeft het niet.
Are they stronger than they look at least?
Ja, wacht vooral de lead.
Fish in a barrel.
Payback's gonna be fun.
Hem lead? Nee.
Come on, we're doing it.
Now that's a crossover.
That should put a dent in their operations. Nicely done.
Time for book club. You coming?
Meet you there.
I'll walk you.
I like this book, but I can't explain why. Maybe I'll figure it out as we discuss it.
We doing this again.
I should not be this nervous about what you all thought of the book. Even the best translations from Kree lose subtext.
Everyone, let's get this started.
I am ready.
Carol, this was your book, so you can start.
I'll throw it back to you. What did you think of the book?
I had a rough time with it.
You didn't like it?
Didn't say that. At first, I spent more time referencing the glossary than reading the book.
Sounds familiar. What changed?
I noticed a kind of rhythm to the words. I began to see them as lyrics to a song. All that dry talk faded and it finally came together. The lyrics made it feel much bigger than a chapter on Kree farming implements.
Deze?
This book was about much more than farming.
Exactly. The rhythm to it helped paint a bigger picture. Once I caught on, I kept reading and didn't rely on the glossary. I picked everything up from context. That's when I realized none of this was about farming. I'm surprised how much stuck with me, despite some concepts being legit alien to me.
Agreed. For me, the rhythm wasn't lyrics. It was more like the book was written to a cadence.
That's why I had you read it on your Spark. The mnemonic lexicon won't work with a hard copy.
The what now?
An ancient Kree technique. It helps you remember texts that would otherwise be considered... There's no Kree word for stuffy, but essentially that. But all that's packaging. Let's get into the book itself. Hunter, did you figure out what the bloom and the harvest represent?
Deze?
The bloom represents the range of a fortress. The harvest happens when enemies enter that range.
That's one vital part. You're right, the bloom can represent overlapping fields of fire, but it's more than one concept. At the time of the book's writing, the Kree cared most about integrating captured territory while still expanding their empire. Conquered worlds came with people. Rather than treat them as prisoners, the Kree provided them with most benefits enjoyed by Kree citizens. This period is known as the cultivation.
So the bloom was when they gained full citizenship under their conquerors.
No, it's when the world requested it. As long as they could feed themselves with Kree farming techniques and defend their world with Kree defenses, the request was granted with few exceptions.
So what's the harvest?
As part of the service required by the Empire, many of these new citizens began the cultivation of freshly conquered worlds.
So they were living examples. Show the newly conquered what they could achieve if they went along with the Empire.
That's also how vampires work.
Carol, I think I pieced together the Kree strategy.
Do tell.
It's all tied to agriculture. Every soldier knows you can't fight if you can't eat, but they applied this to their expansion. Till the field, sow the seed, pull the weed, reap the crop. It means the Kree wouldn't advance until the territory they took was secure and productive.
Deze?
If your enemy knows how you will act, they can prepare.
Certainly, for other spacefaring empires. But most worlds had no idea the Kree existed until the invasion was underway. But the Kree expansion had momentum. They could afford to push harder because their whole weight was behind the advance. Unless a world could push just as hard, it would eventually fall under Kree control. Carol, how was that?
Close enough to impress me. The strategy in Volume 32 wasn't perfect, but it worked out for the Kree far more often than it failed.
What happened when it failed?
That's covered in Volume 33.
And that's book club. Steve, you're up next. What's your book?
The Mantle of Authority by General Chester Phillips.
Is this the one you keep saying I should read?
The very same. Now you have to. It's book club. I hope you enjoy the book I chose.
Why do you say that?
It's about people who weren't around until after your death. But I'm sure you'll figure out the context.
So why choose this book?
Volume 30 was way too spicy for this crowd.
Go on.
I'm kidding. It's relevant to what we're facing today. Hydra, the Lilin, your mom, they seem to have the upper hand all over the world.
Deze?
The Kree never conquered this planet. Neither will my mother.
Exactly. Reputation makes you seem bigger than you are. We can hit them anywhere at any time. You can bet this adds to our own reputation. And that's how we defeat our enemy. As long as we're still standing, they're gonna fall.
Okay, just between us. Carol's book was extremely weird, right?
Deze?
I learned a thing or two.
What, how to grow turnips on the moon?
That is harsh.
I didn't think it was that bad. But interstellar agriculture as a metaphor for planetary conquest, not what I expected.
You should be honest with Carol.
I'm always honest with Carol. But if I tell her it was a weird book, I'll sound like I don't know much about her adopted culture.
And how is that bad? You do not know, so this is the perfect opportunity to ask.
Good point. All right, I'll do it. Thanks, Hunter.
Good luck.
You calling it?
That is it for me.
Good meeting.
Deze?
Carol, I had some more thoughts on the book.
You do? You must have really liked it.
Actually, I didn't connect with it at all. That's what I wanted to talk to you about.
You didn't like it.
It's more that I didn't have the context. But you do, and you clearly like the book, so
So...
I wanted to see it through your eyes. If you don't mind, I'd like that context.
I don't mind.
Okay then.
Most of my time at Central is hurry up and wait. Stop by when I'm waiting. We'll talk.
I will.
Good?
Good.
Oh, dan wou ik niet naar kijken. Ik wou gewoon dat ding pakken. Ben je naar bed dan maar?
Hey, can I ask a favor?
Heb ik al op gereageerd?
I gotta say it. Hanging with you has been a major confidence boost. Well, sort of.
Sort of?
Have you seen the people we've got cruising around this place? Tony's a genius, Strange can do practically anything, Cap is a friggin' icon, Carol can fly the solar system and the fighter jet, and then there's me, with a flaming demon in my head.
A flaming demon in your head is far from mundane.
Yeah, it's cool, but not, you know, top shelf cool. Not like those other guys.
Do not let it rattle you, Robbie. Have faith in yourself.
I don't know. I don't want to mess up and disappoint anyone or, worse, get someone hurt. I made that mistake once before and I have absolutely zero desire to do it again.
Deze?
Trust yourself. You have the right skills. And if you need backup, Sparky is always with you. Trust in the demon.
Sparky's great, but I make the judgment calls. And my track record is iffy at best.
We all mature in different ways.
Yeah, I hear you, Hunter. And, I appreciate you seeing the best in me. Even if the best is Sparky.
I think the best of you is yet to be discovered.
Is nou wel onder dat klaar? Ik denk nog niet.
Give me a sec. Okay, what's up?
Ja, van de mis weer natuurlijk.
These should definitely give you an edge.
Please tell me it's not It's all in the wrist, really.
Hier? Ja, oké, dat moest dus hebben. Gewoon normaal level.
Really?
Maar ja, dat kon ik dus niet doen.
Ah, yes. I thought you would choose that one.
Dan kan ik nu pas searchen. Dan moet ik nou weer nog wachten.
Don't forget to write.
Wel een beetje jammer, maar ja.
All right then.
Is zo genoeg voor het deel. Ik hoop niet. Oh, wacht even. Ik doe eerst even deze. Oké. Dat is zo genoeg voor het deel. Ik hoop dat jullie het leuk vonden. Heb ik geen zin om te liken en te abonneren.